Okay, Elvira, you're the first one to raise your hand. All right, so you're welcome. I want to introduce Elvira Hopper. Okay, when I first met Elvira, we were actually at the I Am Possible event with Marcos Mendoza, and we ended up having lunch together. Okay, I'm not sure if you remember this, Elvira, but that's where we met.
Yeah.
And you handed me your business card, and I remember it was square and it was larger and it looked different than everybody else's. And you just walked around so powerfully as a fully self-expressed artist. And I thought, wow, this woman is fantastic. Years later, I've known some more about what she does, and she really is spotlighting the light workers. And you know a lot of people, and you've accomplished so much as a coach, as a singer. You know, you're fantastic. Can't say enough about you. So I'm going to bring you in to introduce yourself, share what you're going to be talking about, and we'll let the questions roll in.
Thank you, Amy. It's an absolute joy and honor to be here, and it's so great to see so many of my friends that I've invited to join. So thank you guys for coming. So Amy, I absolutely love what you do and how you do it, and I love that we're both multi-passionate, multi-talented creatives that are here to make the world better. We're also heart-centered light workers. We're here to help humanity to evolve, especially after COVID, and listening to Maury's invention. That's helping humanity. So we're all doing it in our own unique way. And I'm blessed to say that, because of my breakdown, I was able to get this breakthrough modality. It wasn't drugs, it wasn't therapy, because at rock bottom, I didn't want to live anymore. Maury, I can relate to not wanting to live the first half of your life. Now I want to live forever too. So this is a system that saved my life at rock bottom. And when it saved my life, it saved my sanity, it saved my marriage. It helped me to go from an inauthentic crap magnet to an aligned, authentic, fully self-expressed miracle magnet, where I even got to achieve my childhood dream that I was told I could not do because women on stages were sluts. I got to become a professional jazz singer at the age of 51. I'm now on world-class jazz stages, recording at Jazz Bistro. Maury, you might know, is in Toronto. And I've performed for people like Oprah Winfrey's man, Stedman Graham. If you Google his name and mine, you'll see me singing to him. And basically, I'm an award-winning jazz singer now. I've only been doing it 9 years professionally. At 51, I became professional. I'm 60 now. And in the 9 years that I've been professional, I've had more musical miracles find me than virtually any other musician I know. Why? Because I'm a freaking miracle magnet. I call myself CMM, Chief Miracle Magnet. Add me on Facebook if you want to learn more about that. But essentially, it's the system that came through me. I'm not that smart. I didn't make it up. But I asked for something at rock bottom. That wasn't drugs. That wasn't therapy. No disrespect to anyone who takes drugs and therapy for their mental health. For me, it wasn't an option. I was a drug rep for 20 years, award-winning, all that in a bag of chips, but I was hollow on the inside because I wasn't living my truth. And so what happened is that at rock bottom, I didn't want to take drugs for my mental health because I was a drug rep. Also, my father lived out of alignment. He could sing like Pavarotti, but never did anything with his music. He died with his real music still in him. He died with cancer, mental health struggles, and a marriage in shambles. And so I also had a first love that was in a band called the Cranberries. They went around the world and played, thank you, Maury, and played sold out arenas, but he never recorded his own beautiful music that made me cry. And when COVID hit, he died with cancer, mental health struggles, a marriage in shambles. So what does that tell you, kids? It tells you that it's your duty to get aligned, authentic, and fully self-expressed in this lifetime, because it can save your life. It can save your sanity, same thing. And it can save your marriage. My marriage went from hell on wheels to heaven on earth. We're hitting 34 years. Most of it was a fucking shit show. Excuse me, I'm a little blue here, but today it's heaven on earth because of where I chose to shift to in this place, which I call Miracle Magnet Zone. So my duty now is to bring this to as many people as possible. And some of my team is actually here. We are shining a light on the system that they get to facilitate on my platform for an extra stream of income, which is really great. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, just plug and play. And they also get to have their own systems on my platform, because I don't believe it's just one person's story, message, and magic that matters. It's everybody's story, message, and magic that matters. So that's who I want to serve. I want to serve the light workers that are here to serve humanity in a very simple turnkey operation. And that's the piece that I'd like to focus on today, because there's a lot of other pieces too. But does that feel okay?
Yes. So now would be a perfect time to ask Elvira what questions you have. Okay. And it could be questions that relate to, how she created those miracles for herself, or anything that she was just speaking about, her experiences. This is your time to ask her questions. And you can either type them in the chat, or you can actually come off and just like stick your hand up. Hey, Maury.
Yeah, I have a question for my fellow Canuckian. So here's the thing. I I started doing my work because I couldn't find a way to kill myself. You sound like you had ideation as well.
Yes.
But what is it about that that inspired you not to follow through with that and instead to go in the actual opposite direction?
That makes me want to cry. Thank you for asking that, Maury. So at rock bottom, I had 2 years of depression, anxiety, panic disorder, and suicidal ideation when I hit my rock bottom. I thought my one and only child, who's 27, doing really well today, but at that time he was around 12, I thought he was better off without me as his mother in his life. That's how bad it got. I was a drug rep, but guys, I wasn't making calls because I couldn't get out of bed on most days. It was absolutely the most debilitating thing I've ever gone through, 2 solid years. But I did hit that point where I literally said to my higher power, give me a way out. That's not drugs. That's not therapy, because by the way, I did therapy when I was a new mommy. It worked. It took 2 years, but it worked. So I wanted something fast and I wanted something natural, because my dad also lived out of alignment, and he could sing a Pavarotti, never did anything. And he had to go, he got bullied just like I got bullied at work my last 2 years. That's what sparked the whole depression, anxiety, and panic disorder. My father got bullied at work in his 50s because he too was a heart-centered human that lived out of alignment and wasn't fully self-expressed. And he had a nervous breakdown when this man at work bullied him because he didn't have a system to help him. So he had to go on lorazepam for the rest of his life, anti-anxiety drug. When he died, his liver was huge, and he died with his real music still in him. And my dad showed me what not to be. So at rock bottom, I asked for another way out, Maury, and that way was a freaking miracle because it came through me, and literally my life turned around like that. I started getting the pieces downloaded, and that was it. I had it all. And then I was told, it ain't just for you, it's for you to share with the world. And I'm like, how the fuck do I do that? Well, it took a few years, but when COVID hit, the 2 women that are now training the trainers of this system, they came together. They said, Elvira, we love your system. We want to share this with the world. And at that point, I started crying and I said, that's how it gets shared with the world. Not through me, through them, training others. So now this is a world movement. It's called the Miracle Magnet Movement. It helps people to shift from down here, like you and I used to be at, Maury, and it helps them to shift up here. And we need lots of things to help us shift up here. All of your brain entrainment stuff is bang on with what we're doing. We're helping people to live in this zone. We call it the VAP, vibration of authentic power. And I always say the VAP is the place to be. And for you and me, oh, can't you see? And I'm a little cheesy that way. But anyway, the point is that we can all choose to live up here in our VAP, Miracle Magnet Zone, where we manifest our dreams. I literally, just because I've been doing this, fiercely yet humbly, because it's not about me. This is how I became a professional jazz singer at 51, by the way. I realized my gift that I had as a little girl, because it was in my family. My dad had it, my aunt had it. She was an opera singer, but had to hang up her opera gown when she got married, told that good women are not on stages, right? It's all the generational, trauma. And so she couldn't be aligned, authentic, and fully self-expressed. Neither could my dad. Guess who broke the generational trauma? This lady right here. And so now, literally I don't work a day in my life, because everything I do, I'm doing in my VAP. There's joy, there's love, there's passion, there's all those things, because I consciously choose to live there every morning. If I wasn't loving my vibe every day, I could easily go back to the dark times. But I choose to use this magic, this medicine every day myself. It saves my life every day. And just like brain entrainment saved your life, and you use it every day, I'm sure, Maury. And this is what I get to share with the world. I need it myself. The world needs it too.
Thanks for watching to the end of the video. If you want to get taken on a whole new adventure, or you want to stay with me for a while, you can click either the subscribe button to stick around. You can click the surprise me button at the bottom of this video. That's going to take you to either a link, a video, some kind of download, or some kind of special thing that I've got just for you. I'm going to be changing these links periodically so that you never know what you're going to get. It's like a whole new adventure for personal growth, freedom, and fun, so you can be your authentic self and have the best life you could possibly imagine. To your success and your happiness. Bye.